Welcome to Knockboom Creek. If you're a fan of the eerie, the mysterious, and the downright spooky, you've come to the right place. Ohio may be known for its picturesque landscapes and friendly Midwestern charm, but beneath that wholesome exterior lies a world of spine-tingling tales and haunted locales that will send shivers down your spine. Today, we're diving into the spine-chilling world of Ohio. This state is not just about rolling hills and serene countryside. It's a hotbed of paranormal activity and ghostly encounters that have left even the bravest souls trembling. Forget cornfields and friendly Midwestern vibes. We're talking about the dark, eerie underbelly of the Buckeye State. From desolate cornfields that seem to whisper your name to barns that creak and groan with the weight of untold stories, Ohio is a place where the past never truly dies. Buckle up as we explore the top 10 scariest things in Ohio, from haunted prisons and abandoned asylums to creepy cryptids and ghostly folklore. These places are not just abandoned buildings, they are the remnants of a time when the line between the living and the dead was much thinner. This isn't just a list, folks, it's a one-way ticket to a world where shadows move on their own, where every creak and groan could be a ghostly presence making itself known. Imagine walking through a forest where the trees seem to watch your every move, or standing in a graveyard where the air is thick with the whispers of the past. Whispers echo through empty halls, and the feeling of being watched is almost palpable. These are places where history has left its mark in the most unsettling ways, where the walls themselves seem to hold memories of long-forgotten events, and the hair on the back of your neck stands on end. Let's get spooky. So grab your flashlight and your courage, because we're about to embark on a journey through Ohio's most haunted and mysterious locations. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these stories are sure to make you think twice about what goes bump in the night. Stay tuned and let's dive into the Buckeye State's biggest spooks. First up on our list, we're heading to Mansfield, Ohio, home to the infamous Ohio State Reformatory. This place is basically ghost central. Built in 1886, it housed thousands of inmates until its closure in 1990. Now it's a hotbed of paranormal activity. We're talking shadow figures lurking in cell blocks, disembodied voices echoing through the empty halls, and even reports of full-bodied apparitions. Some say it's the spirits of former inmates, unable to escape their torment even in death. Next, we travel to Cleveland, where the imposing Franklin Castle stands as a monument to tragedy and terror. Built in the late 1800s, this Victorian mansion has seen more than its fair share of darkness. Multiple deaths within the family, whispers of secret passages, and chilling accounts of ghostly children haunting the halls have cemented its place in paranormal history. Is it just a series of unfortunate events, or is there something more sinister at play within these walls? Deep in the woods of Vinton County lies the Moonville Tunnel, a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems to thin. This abandoned railway tunnel is steeped in tragedy, with tales of train accidents, ghostly lanterns, and the spectral figure of a brakeman searching for his lost limb. Visitors have reported hearing phantom train whistles, disembodied voices, and even feeling a cold, unseen presence brush past them. The Ridges Athens Asylum of Screams. Now let's talk about the Ridges, a former mental asylum in Athens, Ohio. This sprawling complex, with its Gothic architecture and eerie silence, has long been a subject of fascination and fear. This place is the stuff of nightmares. Walking through its dark, abandoned corridors, one can almost hear the whispers of the past, the cries of those who suffered within its walls. With a history dating back to the 1870s, it was known for its experimental treatments and inhumane conditions. Patients were subjected to lobotomies, electroshock therapy, and other brutal procedures that were considered cutting edge at the time but are now seen as barbaric. The most infamous story is that of Margaret Schilling, a patient who vanished from her room only to be found weeks later, her body imprinted on the asylum floor. Her disappearance and tragic end have become a chilling legend, a reminder of the dark history of mental health treatment. To this day, people claim to see her ghost, forever etched into the very fabric of the building. Visitors and paranormal investigators alike report strange occurrences, from unexplained cold spots to the sound of footsteps echoing through empty halls. Some even say they've seen her spectral figure, wandering the corridors as if searching for something or someone. The Ridges is not just a place of ghost stories, though. It's a stark reminder of how far we've come in the treatment of mental illness and how much further we still have to go. The abandoned medical equipment and decaying walls tell a story of neglect and suffering, but also of progress and change. Today, the Ridges stands as a haunting monument to the past, a place where history and the supernatural intertwine. It's a site that attracts both historians and thrill-seekers, each drawn by the tales of horror and the hope of encountering something otherworldly. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the eerie atmosphere that surrounds the Ridges. It's a place that leaves a lasting impression on all who visit, a reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead. A Gore Orphanage, where lost souls still seek solace. The Gore Orphanage in Vermilion, Ohio is a chilling reminder of a tragic past. Legend has it that a fire ripped through the orphanage, claiming the lives of countless children. Today, the site is said to be haunted by the spirits of those lost souls. Visitors have reported hearing children's laughter, seeing ghostly figures peering from the windows, and feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and despair. The Loveand Frogman, Ohio's slimy, slippery enigma. Moving on from haunted buildings, let's dive into the murky world of cryptids. Ohio has its fair share, but none are as bizarre as the Loveand Frogman. This humanoid amphibian creature has been spotted lurking near the Little Miami River since the 1950s. Witnesses describe it as being about 4 feet tall, with leathery green skin and webbed hands. Is it a real creature, a case of mistaken identity, or just a good old-fashioned urban legend? Helltown, where whispers lead to nowhere. Nestled within the Cuyahoga Valley National Park lies Helltown, a ghost town shrouded in mystery and unsettling tales. Abandoned in the 1970s, it's now a haven for paranormal enthusiasts and thrill-seekers. Legends abound of satanic rituals, mutant creatures, and a mysterious chemical spill that turned the town toxic. While many of these stories are likely exaggerated, the eerie silence and abandoned buildings of Helltown are enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Mansfield Fire Museum, where heroes rest, but spirits still blaze. Back in Mansfield, we find the Mansfield Fire Museum, a place where history and hauntings collide. This museum is not just a repository of firefighting history, but a living, breathing testament to the bravery and sacrifice of those who have served. Housed in a former fire station, the museum is home to a collection of antique fire trucks and equipment. These relics tell the story of firefighting through the ages, showcasing the evolution of technology and techniques used to battle blazes. From hand-pulled pumpers to early motorized engines, each piece has its own tale to tell. But it's not just the artifacts that draw visitors. It's the spirits of deceased firefighters said to still roam the halls. The museum is reputed to be one of the most haunted places in Mansfield, with numerous reports of paranormal activity. Visitors have reported seeing apparitions in full firefighting gear, as if the spirits of the past are still on duty, watching over the museum and its treasures. These ghostly figures are often seen walking through the museum, disappearing into thin air as quickly as they appear. Hearing disembodied voices calling out for help is another common experience. These voices, often described as urgent and desperate, echo through the empty halls, sending chills down the spines of those who hear them. It's as if the spirits are reliving their final moments, forever trapped in a loop of their last call to duty, and even feeling the sensation of being touched by unseen hands. Many visitors have reported feeling a light tap on the shoulder or a gentle brush against their arm, only to turn around and find no one there. These encounters leave a lasting impression, a reminder that the spirits of the past are never far away. The museum also honors the legacy of firefighters with displays of old helmets, badges, and personal items that once belonged to these brave souls. Each item carries a story, a connection to the individuals who wore and used them in the line of duty. For those who visit, the Mansfield Fire Museum offers a unique blend of education and eerie encounters. It's a place where the past is preserved, and the spirits of heroes continue to inspire and intrigue. Whether you're a history buff, a paranormal enthusiast, or simply curious, the museum promises an unforgettable experience. Licking County Historic Jail, where bars can't hold back the screams. Our penultimate stop takes us to the Licking County Historic Jail in Newark, Ohio. This 19th century jail was notorious for its harsh conditions and brutal treatment of inmates. Today it's considered one of the most haunted locations in the state. Paranormal investigators have captured EVPs of disembodied voices, witnessed objects moving on their own, and even reported feeling the presence of unseen entities. Cincinnati Music Hall, where the show goes on even after death. Finally, we end our journey in Cincinnati at the majestic Music Hall. This architectural masterpiece is not only a cultural landmark, but also a hotbed of paranormal activity. Over the years, staff and visitors have reported seeing apparitions in period clothing, hearing phantom footsteps and music echoing through the empty halls, and even feeling the presence of unseen entities during performances. Some believe it's the spirits of former performers forever drawn to the stage. And there you have it, the top 10 scariest things in Ohio, from haunted prisons and abandoned asylums to creepy cryptids and ghostly folklore. The Buckeye State has something to spook everyone. So the next time you think of Ohio, don't just picture cornfields and football. Remember the chilling tales and eerie legends that lurk beneath the surface. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling content. Let us know in the comments which Ohio haunt you find the scariest.